All right, everybody, wanted to jump in here. We've got some strong thunderstorms already moving their way through East Tennessee. Now, we've already been dealing with the heavy rain, but the National Weather Service has issued special weather statements that are in effect at this hour until 11:45 this morning. You can see who's in the path of this storm system. Let me actually line this up a little bit better here for you and give you an idea of really what's going on, because I want you to be well aware. So if you're joining us from Sevier County or Blount County or even Cott County, you are in the thick of it. We've already had reports of some big-time flooding in downtown Newport and another batch of heavy rains moving its way into the area. Lenore City is getting hammered right now. Lots of rain, thunder, and lightning. This is a live look at Fox Road Marina in West Knoxville. I've been tracking this all morning long. And let's see if I can get that for you here. There we go. So, again, this was clear about 10 minutes ago, and now the wind and the wind-driven rain has really swept its way on through the area. Now, if you're just now tuning in and you're joining on social media, thanks for tuning in, by the way. Conditions are going to go downhill pretty quickly for a lot of folks in Blount and Sevier County, as well as parts of Cott County and even Loudoun County, and possibly Monroe County as this batch of rain slides its way southward. So make sure you download the East Tennessee Weather app. If you don't have it, just go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. It's going to be a big help on a day like today. Now, this is going to be the strongest part of the storms. After this moves its way on through, I do anticipate some improvements here as we'll start to see improving weather conditions. But again, it's going to be a little bit before we start to see improving weather conditions due to the heavier rainfall. We've had reports of some flooding and flash flooding already taking shape around the area, and so that is going to be a concern right there off of Bearden Road in Knox County. We had a report of flooding and flash flooding over towards Carnes. We've had reports of flooding and flash flooding. How about also other parts of Carnes and just north of Hardin Valley? Let's see, we've had some reports showing up in Clinton as well, and just north of Caryville. In Jacksboro, anyways, we've had reports of flooding and flash flooding. We also have flash flood warnings, so let's highlight those for a second. Flash flood warning in effect for Scott County that runs until 2 o'clock here this afternoon. We also have a flash flood warning until 2 p.m. for Campbell County. Then you come down into Anderson, Union, Granger, Jefferson, Knox County. We do have a flash flood warning that's also in effect until 2 o'clock this afternoon. And then we have the special weather statement for Loudoun County, Blount, and Sevier County with the leading edge of the storm that's causing the issues here at this hour. So, again, a lot of heavy rain is going to slow a lot of folks down. I've had a lot of reports of some localized flooding and flash flooding from friends texting me saying, hey, listen, we've got a lot of conditions. The intersection off of Bakertown and Joe Hinton, by the way, in West Knoxville is flooded out here at this hour as well. Let's see, we've got the new Cart Club wash in Oak Ridge is completely flooded out. So if you're joining us from Oak Ridge, the new Cart Club wash apparently is completely flooded out right now. Places in Hardin Valley are taking on water. Businesses in Hardin Valley are taking on water right now, and that's what we're gonna have to contend with and deal with here until this batch of heavier rain moves its way on out. Here's an image coming in from Rocky Top by the police station. This is from Alexandria Loudy. This is Highway 25 and 25W. So this is the kind of scene that we will continue to see with some of this flooding and flash flooding as the waters are going to continue to rise very quickly here. Here's another image from Alexandria Highway 25 with right around the Rocky Top area. So again, you can upload photos to the Witcher's Pictures link or the submit a photo on the East Tennessee Weather app, and I can share these live on the screen for you. Here's another one coming in. A tree down in Lenore City next to Watt Road. Power pole was taken out. This is Alex Kate. We've also had quite a bit of power outages showing up with this. Let's see, where is that? There we go. So you can see that tree down right there in Lenore City being knocked down. I mean, just torrential downpours now in West Knoxville. This is, again, a live camera view coming in from Fox Road Marina in the West Knoxville area. Blinding rain. Visibility is down to near zero. So traveling is not going to be advised. This is moving its way, again, from Farragut into West Knoxville. So let's go back to the radar, show you what's going on. Highlight everything that's happening at this hour for everybody. If you're just now tuning in, give me a report if you don't mind. And again, if you're joining us from Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Townsend, Maryville, Walland, Alcoa. Good thing Alcoa didn't have to deal with this last night. We had the fireworks show there. Louisville, Friendsville, Tellico Village, Philadelphia. You're all next in line, along with Greenback, Von Orr, Lanier, Maryville, Wallen, Townsend, Wares Valley. And so conditions will go downhill very quickly in these communities. Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and anybody joining us along the Parkway. Sevierville's in the thick of it right now with some incredibly heavy rainfall. And the rainfall rates with this, I mean, we're running anywhere from, say, let's see. I want to take a look at the velocity product, too, to see what kind of wind we're dealing with on the leading edge of this. So the precipitation rates with this are going to be well over 3 inches per hour. So, I mean, this is the Gully with 7.5 inches. So again, that's on the higher side, but anywhere from 3 to 5 inches per hour, and that's what's going to continue to see flooding conditions. Felicia says we are flooding in South Knoxville near Imes. Posting a picture soon. I've already seen a picture from around the Imes area, and yeah, we are definitely. Please upload those photos through the East Tennessee Weather app, though, if you don't mind. Heavy rain and thunder in Jefferson City. Thank you, Deborah. Hopefully it'll all stop by 2:30. Celebrated my mom's 80th birthday in Cove Lake today. It should slowly taper off a little bit. This is going to be the strongest part of the storm system. I think after here, we start to see improving weather conditions. Still going to have some rain showers, but if you look up to our north and northwest and show you the national radar, you can see that we don't have a whole lot more going on in Kentucky. So this batch of rain continues to have to come on through. So once this leading edge comes on through, then we'll start to see some lighter rain. And then once this all moves on out, then we start to see improving weather conditions as we get through the rest of the afternoon. All right, heavy rain in Seymour. Thanks, Shelby. North City, okay, getting hammered. West Farragut, downpour and lightning. Thanks, Doug. Heavy rain in Louisville, right along the river. Thanks. Thank you, Joel. Farragut getting pounded right now. Thunder and crazy loud lightning and crazy loud rain, I should say, as well. We're really bad flooding here in Dandridge. Jack, if you don't mind, if you have any photos, upload those through the East Tennessee Weather app if you don't mind. If you don't have the app, probably a good idea to now go download the app. Just go to your app store and search East Tennessee Weather. Look for the orange TN and the white lightning bolt. That's the first thing that pops up from the app stores. Let's see, Loudon. Thanks, Nick. Heavy rain, strong winds, non-secure objects are being thrown around. Have had reports of trees being knocked down. We've got a lot of power outages around the area as well. So I'll switch over to some power outages and show you what that looks like because we are getting quite a few power outages showing up. So again, here's some of the power outages. You can see how they're lining up with the rain, with the flooding. And so let's see. Got 1,500 there in Scott County. We have 200 in Morgan County. Campbell County, about 100 folks, 100 there in Union, and about 100 in Anderson, 400 in Knox County. And then we have about 1,000 there showing up in Jefferson County here. So power outages are taking shape due to trees being knocked down, the strong gusty winds. Now the saturated ground, because a lot of us are dealing with flooding issues. But what we're talking about is this leading edge right here. So again, anybody joining us from Philadelphia, Sweetwater, Madisonville, Von Orr, Greenback, Tallahassee, Happy Valley, Maryville, Wildwood, and Walland, Townsend to Gatlinburg and Mount LeConte, of course, Mount LeConte, and anywhere in between there, heads up, a big giant, and again, if you wouldn't mind liking and sharing this live update, so for community awareness, let's folks get that out in the algorithm so folks can come in and tune in if you're not watching on the app itself right now. If you're watching on the app, appreciate the app download. You're probably getting all the notifications if you're in the path of this. So rainfall rates are incredible. Tropical-like downpours are going to be with us. Let me show you another camera view. We'll be able to take a look at the dark skies showing up. This is the newest East Tennessee weather camera, by the way, and this is in Townsend. So that's a live view from the visitor center in Townsend here. There we go. Let's see if I can get a better quality there. So I have to shut this down. There we go. There we go. You can see the clouds are going to be racing on in. So conditions will go downhill very quickly in this part of town. So very quickly, conditions will go downhill in Townsend. So we're gonna record this and just do a nice little time lapse. All right, here. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. So again, let's go back to the radar here and show you what's going on. So let's see what else we have. Heavy rain and thunder in Blaine. Thanks, Patricia. See, it's been raining really hard today in Del Rio. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate you, bud. Cott County has seen some, like I said, Newport and Cott County has seen some flash flooding. Strong lightning in the Choteau area. Is this trending towards Tellico Plains, Cherokee National Forest? You can see flash flood warnings for Campbell, Claiborne, and Scott County. That expires in 2 hours. So let's see. Mike says trending towards Tellico Plains. Let's see. Let me expand the view a little bit. So it could be heading towards Tellico Plains. It may just kind of clip the outside of Tellico Plains as it's more directed towards just a little bit north and northeast of you, but definitely something to watch here this morning or this afternoon. I guess it's still technically morning, isn't it? So David, hopefully I answered your question. Watch it with the East Tennessee Weather app. That Futurecast is really a good tool. It gives you a 2-hour Futurecast based on kind of what's going on out there right now. So we are going to. That's where the interactive radar is great, and of course the lightning notifications with the app is great as well. Just went through the 40-75 split, 11-70 split, headed towards Townsend. Sounds like it is moving its way towards Townsend. And if anybody wants to tune in and join the live broadcast to give us an update from your community, you can do so. I just threw. In the chat itself, I just threw a link to be able to click on that link on your desktop. It's right here, right there on your desktop or your cell phone, and you can join in on the broadcast and give us a live update from your area if you're so willing to do so. Thanks, Sue. Appreciate you. Thanks, Francis. Moonshine rain, monsoon rains here in Jamestown, the Grimsey line. So it's been bad. How bad is flooding in Knoxville, specifically Fountain City? Haven't had any necessarily major reports in the Fountain City area. But again, I think those low-lying areas, the more flood-prone areas, are the ones that are really going to take a hit here. Thunder's getting loud in Maryville. It's on the way, Ashley. It's on the way. It's moving its way in here just momentarily, actually. So let's go ahead and time this out and give you some times on this. Give you an idea of when this is actually going to be moving its way into your area. So let me highlight this storm here. So here's the next hour, okay? So in the next hour, it's going to be working its way into the Smoky Mountains. But Alcoa right now, along with Wildwood, you're in the thick of it right now. Benfield at 11:18, Springfield 11:18, Greenback at about 11:19. They get about 5 minutes or so. Pittman Center also another 5 minutes. Maryville, same with you. Gatlinburg at about 11:20, so another 5 to 10 minutes or so. Philadelphia 11:22, Walland 11:27, Von Noor 11:31, and Mount LeConte in the peaks of the Smokies as it begins to exit at about 11:32. So we got about another 15 minutes or so. Probably longer than that. Another 15 to 30 minutes or so of this line coming on through before I think we start to see some improvements as it moves its way into the Smoky Mountains. But that is the line that is causing a ruckus here, and could see some strong wind associated with this as well. So that's why the National Weather Service, again, has a special weather statement on the leading edge of the storm until 11:45 this morning. We also have flood advisories that are, aerial flood warnings also in effect for parts of Jefferson County, Cott County. That's going to be for Sevier County as well. So aerial flood advisories, special weather statements, flash flood warnings. We'll see what the National Weather Service does for the rest of the day today and see what they're saying in their report here. So here's so let's see. We've got flooding in East Circle and Chapman Highway just south of Hendron Chapel. Both the southbound lanes affected right now. The right lane is impassable. Knox County reported this about 10 minutes ago. Multiple flooded areas between South Knoxville and Seymour, but that location always is the worst. So These are reports coming in from ham operators and storm spotters around East Tennessee on the with the National Weather Service. So again, as we highlight this storm and track what's coming into the Maryville area. So again, Maryville, Alcoa, it's on top of you right now. Benfield, Greenback, you're going to be next in line. Anything for severe for Kodak? No, there's nothing severe for. Well, you're under a special weather statement. So actually, Kodak is, yes, technically under the special weather statement and the flash flood warning in effect until 2 o'clock here today. So yes, Kodak, flash flood warning, and special weather statement. Although Kodak, you're on the backside of this now, so you're going to see improving conditions. Just the rain's going to continue to kind of be moderate to heavy at times. Let's see. So if anybody wants to tune in, there's that link. You can give me join the broadcast and give me an update from your community. The rain has dissipated over the past hour, but still cloudy. Where are you joining from, Cody? After the heavy downpours, it's been just steady rain in Cobb County. Thanks so much, Kelly. Appreciate that. Power is out now in Loudoun. It is rocking and rolling. Thanks, Chelsea. So if you're joining us from Loudoun County, your power probably just went out. Any reports for exit 407? Don't have any necessarily official reports for 407. Of course, 407 is now the exit anyways, is now on the backside of the heaviest rain. And so improving conditions for Kodak and exit 407. Monsoon rain right now in Seymour. Thanks so much, Babs. Lots of flooded roads around Andersonville in Anderson County. Heavy rain, steady rain. It's really let up now. Rain steady has really let up. No bears seen this morning. Well, that's good news. Pittman Center getting heavy rain right now. Thanks so much, Tammy. It's pouring at the Harper Auto Wash. Thanks, Seth. Appreciate you, man. Maybe not the best of days to get your car washed today. Pal's getting hammered 3 inches yesterday, 3 overnight, and now pouring. So now we're looking at like 3 to 6 inches of rainfall, and that's why flooding and flash flooding is an issue. Thanks so much, Alexandria. You're welcome, Lynn. Nothing yet for the top of the world, but it's on its way. Rain has ended here all night, still coming down at Stardust Marina. Rain has rained here all night, still coming down at Stardust Marina. I do have a Stardust Marina camera, but I'm recording the time lapse right now on a different camera. See, I'm Spartanburg coming that way. When will I run into this? Well, the strongest, you're coming from Spartanburg. It's going to be gone. But the heaviest and strongest rain that we're seeing there on the screen will be gone here before you get here. Storming in Loudoun and pouring. We just lost power, so now we've got more power outages showing up in Loudoun. Of course, if you are... So National Weather Service is still talking about the potential for an additional 3 hours of moderate to maybe even pockets of heavier rainfall. So we're going to be checking in on that here, of course. And watching that for the rest of the day today. I mean, it's 11:18. We were expected to see this early in the morning, and hopefully we'll start to see improving weather conditions, and we should see some sunshine hopefully before the day is over. Remember, behind this storm system, just an FYI, the hottest weather of the year is setting in next week. We're talking heat indices pushing close to 105 degrees almost every single day. It's going to be dangerously hot for outdoor activities, kids doing sporting events outside, which, of course, I'm going to be talking more about the wet bulb temperatures coming up this next week as well, which is really important, and followed by the TSSAA for sporting events. When it gets too high, the kids just have to have certain breaks. It's the rules. It's the law. Flood advisory continues right now for another 2 hours and 55 minutes for Anderson, Blount, Knox, Loudoun, and Roane County. I'm over here by the Buffalo in Gatlinburg. It's pouring down the rain and lightning and thunder. Yes, and it's going to last for a little bit longer there, Tammy. There's Gatlinburg right there on your screen. And so it's gonna be a little while, probably a good solid maybe 20, 30 minutes before all of this moves on out. Let's see. Golfer 74, 4¼ inches of rain since midnight and 4.75 storm total from Halls, Highway 33 at Emory Road. Thanks so much for all. Golfer 74. So again, I mean, that's what I talked about over the last several days. I said, listen, don't be concentrated on this on the specifics of your location when I was showing you rainfall totals. But I said the models are hinting at intense tropical-like downpours, and wherever they set up, we're going to see flooding and flash flooding. That's pretty much been taking shape. What about Lenore City next to Greenback? Lenore City next to Greenback. So Greenback's in the thick of it right now, but you can still see upstream. So there's Greenback right there in the center of your screen. But back to our north and northwest, where we still have the rain showers. And so while you're in the thick of it right now, in the strongest part of the cells, moderate to heavy rainfall are likely to continue. Flooding on Alcoa Highway. Thanks, Don. I appreciate that. Have had reports of that. Just got a report of flooding on Alcoa Highway. Thanks, Elaine. Let's go back to the pictures and see if there's any any photos that have been submitted for through the app itself. Let's see here. All right, so here's another one. This is coming in from so a lot of standing water. A lot of standing water on out there. You can see it on the grass. Special weather statement continues for Anderson, Roane, Loudoun, Knox, Blount, Sevier County. This expires in about 23 minutes or so. This is the leading edge of that storm that I've been showing you. By the way, this picture was submitted by Justin Kofer. Justin passing that along. Here's another photo. This is from Alexandria Loudy again. This is Rocky Top. This is the kind of flooding that we've been seeing. Oh, wow, geez. This kind of flooding we've been seeing. So you can see the creek is over its banks. Water coming down the driveway there. Or is that may be the road? That may be the road. That may be just a creek or a river. But that is Highway 25W and in Rocky Top. And so that's where we've seen a lot of the flooding. Here's another one from Alexandria. So this is Rocky Top. Again, a lot of flooding going on in Rocky Top right now. A lot of standing water. The sky's looking a little bit more clear now. Nice. Great. Always want to see a clearer sky. Got to get this I'll get this on out of here, don't we? Don't we? All right, so this is a live look there at the current radar. If you're just now tuning in, we do have flood advisories. Flash flood warnings, and special weather statements here that are with us. You can see the flood watch continues. The National Weather Service extended that flood watch until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Good idea. I'm glad that they did that due to the fact of what's going on out this hour. So the National Weather Service is saying, hey, based on the shape at the moment of the storms and how this is all lining up, Sevier County could get the most extended bout of heavier rain rates as it pushes through. Maybe a solid hour of torrential rain. National Weather Service says apologies for those camping. So based on the motion, Gatlinburg, Sevier County, you may be in the thick of it for a good solid hour. Flood advisory continues for 2 hours and 36 more minutes for Morgan and Scott County. So those are popping up there on the screen. So Madisonville's going to be close. You're going to get some, but I think it's going to be close. Same with you folks in Sweetwater, Tellico Plains, and Madisonville are going to be pretty close on actually how much do you get and how long does it last and do you get anything at all. Brandon Hard right now in Dandridge. My teenage daughter works at Splash Country in Pigeon Forge and said they had to go into work. Said she had to go into work. And she had to go into work at 10. So Lance, sorry, you didn't see that. I gotta get that out of there. So Lance, I don't have them. I'm working on getting them on the website and on the app. Right now, you can go watch them on YouTube. If you follow East Tennessee Weather on YouTube, you can watch them on YouTube. They may not be working right now. Actually, I lose connections every once in a while and have to relaunch those. So I will be getting those up to date. If you download my app, I will send a push notification to let everyone know when all the cameras are really up and running. We're kind of fine tuning them a little bit, but they should be up and running here shortly, hopefully. I keep saying that, but it's a process to get we're up to 18 cameras live cameras around East Tennessee. And I've been showing you this camera. I'm actually time-lapsing this camera right now. This is the newest camera to the East Tennessee Weather Camera Network. And this is a live look in Townsend, Tennessee. So again, the peaceful side of the Smokies, you can see how those clouds are just mobbing their way on in. That's looking towards Alcoa, Maryville, and Knoxville, sort of. West Knoxville, anyways. Flash flood warning continues for 2 hours and 34 minutes for Campbell, Claiborne, and Scott County. Flash flood warning continues for Campbell, Claiborne, and Scott County. Let's see. Do you think this much rain will cause some flooding from the French Broad? And I don't necessarily, because, well, we'll see how it plays out. But you're going to see a little bit less rain, I think, for the most part, for the rest of the storm, anyways, in Cott County. I think the majority of the heaviest rain now is going to be Blunt, Monroe, and Sevier County is going to be the heaviest rainfall. Again, you're taking a live look there in Townsend as the storm moves its way towards Townsend. And it's going to be dropping a lot of rain here real quick. We're going to keep it on that camera here. You can see that rain shaft. You can start to see the rain shaft coming on in on the screen, just over to the top and to the right of the rooftop of the visitor center there in Townsend. How is Bybee looking to be affected? I think Bybee's going to be fine. So Del Rio, Bybee, got some heavier rainfall, but I think for the most part, and we'll see how it all plays out for the rest of the day. So again, I think this is going to be the longest or the strongest part of the storm, and so this is going to be our most intense rain. But it is definitely going to continue to be raining throughout the day today. So something to keep in mind here as we progress through the rest of the day today. All right. We had a guest joining us. I guess they disappeared. But whoever rang in, if you want to ring back in, we'll try to get you on the air for a weather update from your area. Let's see. Hitting Newport now. What's the chances of Pigeon River flooding? I think there's a chance of all the rivers, maybe getting higher and higher in the banks. Let me check in on what the current river levels are. So we'll see what the current river levels are here. Come on. I could probably... by the way, extreme heat watch is in effect for folks in Middle and West Tennessee. An extreme heat watch is in effect. There's a steady rain right now in Morristown for the last few hours. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. You're very welcome, Babs. Loudon Health Department still has power. That's good news. Just started raining in downtown Maryville, and it's going to start pouring big time. Rain in Wildwood, Maryville area. Thanks, Annie. Super heavy rain right now at the airport. Heavy rain and thunder in Rockford. It's a gully washer. Rainy, windy, lots of rain, thunder, and lightning in Tellico Village. Thanks, Pam. Is that warning for the entire area? What area are you talking about, Starlene? If it's a flash flood warning or flood advisory or flood watch, then yes. We do have flash flood warnings in effect right now for the Gatlinburg area. And in Sevier County. Flash flood warnings for Sevier County right now, as well as Cott County. And these run until 2:30 this afternoon. So you can see how the heaviest rain is just starting to slowly work its way on out of here. And then back to our north and northwest. You can see steadier, moderate to light to moderate, and maybe a few pockets of heavier rain showers. But again, the leading edge of this is causing a ruckus in Blunt and Sevier County right now. It is causing a ruckus. Thanks, Marie. Appreciate you. Thanks, Heather. Pouring in Walland and near Seymour. Dangerous heat to mow the lawns in, that's for sure. Please tell stubborn men. Stubborn men, listen to your body. What about Union County? Union County's fine. Just light to moderate rain for the rest of the day today. Flash flood warning, is that for just Sevier or in the general area? So it's for Sevier and Cott County. We have flash flood warnings. We also have special weather statements for those areas as well. due to the leading edge of the storm moving in. Mike, will we just have typical summer storms along with the heat next week? This next week, yeah. The high pressure brings sinking air, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of storms we get fired up. But if they do fire up, it'll be across the mountains plateau, like your classic horseshoe of East Tennessee. Nothing going on right now in Andersonville currently. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate that. Lost power for about 20 seconds at Maple Lane Farms area. Thanks, Jorge. You're welcome, Libby. Heavy rain and thunder in Seymour right now. There are numerous power outages, so we'll go back to the power outage map. There are numerous power outages. So there's a view of the flash flood warnings. We've got the areas shaded in blue are the power outages. So places like Scott County are 400 without power, Campbell 100, Union 100, Anderson County 200. Granger County, 200. Jefferson County, 600. In Knox County, we've got 600 and 700 now without power in Loudoun County. So that's what we are. So we are seeing power outages and down trees. But, where'd they go? Somebody keeps ringing in, but they keep going away. Don't be hanging up on me now. Let's come on back. Give us a report. Currently steady rain near Jonesboro. Thanks so much, Gary. Hey, Betty, how are you? Let's see. No, there's not going to necessarily be a second round. This is just all upper level energy continuing to slide on in. And as it moves its way out of the Smoky Mountains into North Carolina, yes, we're going to still have some steady light to moderate, maybe a few pockets of heavier rain showers that will likely continue here for the early afternoon. But I think as we get into the evening, we'll start to see improving weather conditions. That's the hopes anyways. So hopefully I just answered that question for you. Hopefully I answered that question for you, Betty. Let's take you back outside, show you a live view from Townsend here. As that storm is moving its way in to Townsend as we speak. You can see how conditions have really gone downhill. Well, I guess conditions haven't gone downhill yet, but the skies are getting angry and dark and nasty looking and water loaded. And this view right here is about to change, becoming a torrential downpour in Townsend. So we'll go back to the map and I'll be able to show you. This is what it looks like right there. Again, Townsend, center of your screen. And so this is about to go downhill real quick. Anyone have reports of flooding in West Knoxville? We have had some reports of some localized flooding in parts of West Knoxville, mostly like the Carnes over towards Rocky Hill. We've had some flash flooding over towards Farragut. We've had some flash flooding as well over in Hardin Valley, just outside of Carnes in Hardin Valley. We've had some flash flooding being reported. Had some flash flooding over into Clinton as well. So yeah, we have had some flash flooding reports already being reported. I-27 North, Tabor. Light rain. Thanks, Linda. Appreciate you. Rain is almost stopped for Loudoun, for the time being anyways. That's good news. Power out in Loudoun, on our road just off Steaky. Storm rolling through with heavy rain. Started in Madisonville. Heavy rain and thunder down Greenback. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you. Is the main flood threat passed for Knoxville and is another round of heavy rain expected? So, yeah, the main flood threat has pretty much, for the most part, has passed. Now, listen, we've got a lot of standing water out there, and we do have some flooding. And so any additional rainfall is going to cause some issues, especially if we get a couple of rounds of some heavier rain. I think the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms or the heavier rainfall that we're seeing on the screen right now, I think this is going to be it. And then back behind it, we'll see just some light to moderate and some steadier heavy rain. All right, here's that Cameron. Let's take it back to Townsend. Conditions are starting to go downhill. Camera's starting to bounce around a little bit, and the rain is starting to fall. And again, this is going to continue to go downhill pretty quickly. Is downtown Knoxville finally slowing down? Still hearing thunder, but the rain seems to be getting better. Yeah, Downtown Knoxville's definitely slowed down quite a bit. Almost half an inch here in Sevierville and Hitch in Blount County. Thanks, Tina. Hitting Wares Valley now. Jefferson City is bad. Thanks, Brenda. If you're joining us in and around the Jefferson City area, getting some bad conditions being reported. All right, we've got a guest. Let's see. We've got somebody that's going to join us here for a weather report, so stand by for that. Again, that's a live view from Townsend, so let's see. What do we got here? We got Ethan joining us. Ethan, you're live on East Tennessee Weather. What's going on, buddy? Hey, Ethan, can you hear me? All right. Well, that's just his feet. So we're going to go back out this way. All right. So what about Sweetwater? So Sweetwater is fine. Sweetwater is great. So Sweetwater, you got some showers and thunderstorms to your north and northwest, but that's about the extent of it. Thanks, Chelsea. Heavy rain right now in South Knoxville. Any flooding on the freeways? Haven't heard of any major flooding on the freeways per se, but a lot of standing water, so that's going to cause some hydroplaning issues and concerns. So if you don't have great tires on your car, maybe a good idea to slow it way down, especially if you've been meaning to get new tires on your car. What's it look like at the airport right now? It is most of the heaviest rain is now moved its way. So we've got some light to moderate rain showed up at the airport right now at McGee Tyson Airport. So sunny and 70 in West Knoxville. ITs. That would be nice though, Rick. Right? Better than the sunny and 95 that we'll have this week. It's going to be a smoking hot week, by the way. Cott County is having lots of streets flooding, and they are posting flood warnings extended till 4 o'clock today. That would be the flood watch. The flood watch, Starlene, is until 4 o'clock. The flash flood warning for the area is in effect until 2:30. So flash flood warning until 2:30 for Cott County, but a flood watch is in effect until 4 o'clock. Any updates on Newport? Newport's, just light to moderate rain hanging out, but have had reports. There's Newport right there, front and center on the screen. So that's about all I know as of now. Had some reports coming in earlier of some flash flooding in Newport, and that's where we have that flash flood warning. Still downpour in Pigeon Forge. I think Sevier County is going to be in the thick of it for quite some time. So let me go back out. Hey, Ethan, can you hear me? I've got Ethan trying to ring in to give us a weather report, but he ain't talking, so we're going to move on. All right, we've got a flood advisory for another 2 hours and 21 minutes for Morgan and Scott County. Happy Valley going downhill pretty quickly. Right there, Tail of the Dragon. Tail of the Dragon right there in the center of your screen right there. Conditions will go downhill quickly for the Tail of the Dragon. Pumpkin Center, Tallahassee, Happy Valley, Look Rock viewing platform, definitely in the thick of it as well. And we'll take it back outside of that Townsend camera. This is the newest, by the way, again, the newest camera of the camera network with East Tennessee Weather. We've got up to 18 cameras now that will be hopefully soon available on the East Tennessee Weather app, online at easttnweather.com, and YouTube for your viewing pleasure and to use during severe weather events. Flooding on Hickory Creek in Hardin Valley. Thanks, Sherry. Appreciate you. So if you're joining us from Hardin Valley here, just keep in mind we've got some flooding that's ongoing around the area as well. Ethan, I can't hear you at all. So if you want to give us a weather report, by all means, I'd love to hear from you. All right, we're just going to turn that off. So I'm going to turn off the link. That's not going to be anymore because we're not getting anybody wanting to give us reports. That's okay, though. Lenore City got hammered, but now steady rain. Thank you, Lisa. Steady rain continues. That's a live look in Townsend right now. And we'll come back to, so you can see how the wind is blowing, come back to the radar. Again, we're going to be stuck in the thick of it for Sevier County and Blount County for a little bit longer. Special weather statement continues until 11:45. It's 11:40. I would imagine the Weather Service is probably going to allow this to expire because see winds gusting to about 40 to 50 miles per hour out of some of this. And so that would be the concern with that, with the special weather statement. But flooding and flash flooding is going to be more of a concern. Again, when you look at all the flood risks, it's been in that B line. Let me show you the rainfall, by the way. Accumulated rainfall here over the last, let's just do last 24 hours. You can see why we're having issues and why we have flash flood warnings over the last 24 hours in the dark shade. I mean, we've got upwards of 7, 8, there we go, 7, there's 6 to 8 inches of rainfall. However, through Blaine, and that's like, I mean, that's from Scott County, Fentress County, parts of Fentress County, 7.2. So this is the kind of rain that's been causing some major issues. And we talked about this, like where does this line up really makes all the difference in the world. While some areas may not get as much, other areas are going to get more. This has pretty much been lining up with what the model guidance has been talking about here over the last few days. Not necessarily 7, 8 inches of rainfall, but it was hinting at tropical-like downpours, and that's what we've been talking about. Again, if you're new to the East Tennessee Weather Platform, by the way, thanks for checking in here on Facebook or social media or the East Tennessee Weather app or online or YouTube. Listen, if you're joining right now on social media, there's a lot of folks who are joining on Facebook here. If you're joining on Facebook or social media, make sure you go download the East Tennessee Weather app. You're supporting a local business, which is always good, right? But you also get to get watches and warnings sent to your cell phone. You get live weather updates front and center on your phone, so you don't always have to be on social media. I will send notifications through the app itself, and again, a wealth of weather information. So there, I just threw the link in there right now. So if you're on social media or YouTube and you have not downloaded the app right there, there is the link. Just click on that one link. It'll take you to your app store, whether you have Android or iPhone. It'll take you right to your app store. I posted a couple of pictures on the Witcher group of Oneida. Someone posted in my weather group. Okay, thanks so much for the report there. Let's see here. Let's go back to here. Okay, so Lauren. Here's a picture coming in from the Witcher Weather Watchers. So this one was sent in by Lauren O'Brien. My backyard has a new pool, she says. So she's a Witcher Weather Watcher. If you want to become a Witcher Weather Watcher and storm spotter for the National Weather Service and East Tennessee Weather, you could do so. Just go to the website, easttnweather.com, and under the weather segment or drop down, I've got a Witcher Weather Watchers link. Click on that, scroll down to the bottom, and you can take the course with the National Weather Service. And to get an idea and become a Witcher Weather Watcher. So here's some images coming in. So these are coming in from Betty, who also is a Witcher Weather Watcher. This was submitted in my weather group in Oneida. So this is a flooding that's happening in Oneida right there. You can see that one right there from Erica Stoley. That one right there, also from Erica Stoley. So again, flooding and flash flooding is going to continue to be with us. Now, the heaviest rain is still moving its way off to our south and southeast, now starting to work its way into the national park. Still very heavy rain in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Townsend right now. It is pouring in Townsend. Here's again a live view from Townsend. Not so peaceful here on the peaceful side of the Smokies. It's a little rocking and rolling. That's the Townsend Visitor Center right there. That's where they have all their outdoor events. That's where, we had the... I'm blanking on the name. Sasquatch Festival. Bigfoot Festival. Not Sasquatch. Bigfoot Festival going on. So that's where that was. So that camera sits up about 40, 50 feet high up in the sky. Up on top of one of the light poles there. Giving us a great view, and it's nice and sunny. All right, here we go. Back to the radar. Flash flood warnings continue until 2 o'clock today for Sevier County as well as Cott County. So Sevier County, Cott County, flash flood warnings continue at this hour until 2:30 today. So as this moisture gets banked up and pushed into the mountains, remember, it's got to come downhill. So We still could see some issues with some of the heavy rainfall as it moves its way into the Smokies coming downstream for a lot of the campers and rivers up in the national park. Like someone said earlier, anybody doing some camping. National Weather Service, I guess said that. Let's see, multiple roads in Anderson County flooded, impassable. This is coming from the EMA director, Joe Mead. Small landslides on 116 Bryceville, Seviers Boulevard at I-75. Indian Fork Road in New River has 2 to 3 feet of swift water. So again, this is coming from the Anderson County EMA, Joe Mead. He said, correction, Indian Gap Road at Norris. A lot of standing water. So here's another picture coming in with ham operator radios. So a lot of running water, a lot of standing water. Here's another one. So this is the scene around town. We wanted to get up to Sevier County as a family today. We're supposed to. We still may try to get up there. We'll see how the rest of the day plays out. I mean, it is almost noon, and we've got heavy rain moving its way into Sevier County, so not necessarily the best of days for sure. All right, let's take, I can stop screen recording. I can show you other cameras. All right, there we go. You probably got a little brighter on me, or on you anyways. All right, so let's show you a few other cameras. Here's a live view. Speaking of Sevier County, here's a live view actually at Anakeesta. So this is, I got a camera up on top of the Anakeesta Tower, the beautiful viewing tower there at Anakeesta. So it is rocking and rolling there. Starlane loves the app. I check it every day, especially if I miss your morning weather here. Well, I appreciate that, Starlane. Still pouring in Pigeon Forge. Thank you so much. I guess 2.5 inches of rain in 24 hours in Johnson City is not that bad compared to about 7 inches. Right? Betty likes the app. So again, if you don't have the app, make sure you go download it today. Just go to your app store. And make sure you go subscribe to YouTube. Every time I post a new video update through YouTube, you will get a notification as long as you allow notifications through YouTube. But again, the heaviest rain is moving its way on out of here, improving weather conditions with steady light to moderate rainfall. But if I show you the bigger picture once again here and show you the U.S. radar, you can see that to our north and northwest, there's not much going on. We had a lot of tornadoes up into Illinois. We've got a lot of flooding reports stretching. You can see this line stretching all the way from Indiana down into East Tennessee. We happened just to be on the bullseye for where all of this was lining up. We had a catastrophic, destructive, and emergency flash flood warning in Clinton, Kentucky, and Metcalfe, Kentucky. So we've had some terrible, catastrophic emergency flooding that's been happening there. Got flash flood warnings also continuing for Fentress County, Scott County, as well as Campbell County. Flash flood warnings continue for you as well. We also have flash flood warnings for Union County, Anderson County, as well as Knox County. So let me actually show you what the flash flood warnings look like. We'll just take all the radar off. There we go. So now you can clearly get a visual of where the heaviest rain has fallen, where the storm reports have come in, and where we're getting flash flooding. So the dark shaded green areas are flash flood warnings that are ongoing. And when you look at the rainfall over the last 24 hours anyways, you can really see why we have those flash flood warnings taking shape right now. I tried letting you in there, Ethan. You can try again, buddy. I tried letting you in. All I saw was your feet. And I was trying to ask you questions. Oh, there you are. There you are, Ethan. Let's get Ethan on here. All right, stand by, Ethan. All right. Are you shooting sideways or vertical? I cannot hear you. Let's see if we can't get you on here. I can't hear you. If you want to talk, give me a mic check there, Ethan. Nope, I don't have your microphone. Hold on. Is your microphone muted? Because it's not muted on my side. Seems like your microphone's probably muted there, Ethan. All right, we'll try to see if we can't get Ethan in there. Now talk, Ethan. Nope. You are muted somewhere. Sorry, buddy. We're trying to get Ethan on the show here so he can give us a weather report, but unfortunately, the sound is not coming through. It might be on my end, Ethan, so I can't promise you. I can't promise you it's not on my end. All right, 3 inches has fallen in Dandridge. 3 inches has fallen in Dandridge here. Go back to the live update. You can keep talking, Ethan. I can hear you. So if you want to go ahead and just give me a mic check, if we can get that mic figured out, then we'll get you on. It again, it could be on my end, buddy. I can't promise you anything, but I hear everything. So if you just want to try, I don't know what to do about that one. I don't know if there's an option on that end. Still pouring right now in Pigeon Forge. I checked. Let's see. Checked the weather station, and it's rained in Anderson County since about 1:10 a.m. No wonder the roads are flooded. Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate you. Mark, give me a mic check. It might not just be Ethan, so it's probably looks like it might be on my end here. Let's bring you in here. We're just gonna bring you in, see if it unmutes itself. So we're gonna bring Mark in now. See if maybe it just needs to unmute itself. Let's stand by, Mark. Oh, there's Ethan. Now we got Ethan. We're just gonna take it live and see. All right, we're just gonna take you live here, Ethan. See if it works. Go ahead, start talking.
Can you hear me?
There it is. Now we can. Yeah, we can hear you now. All right, what you got? Give us a weather report.
Yes.
Where are you joining us from? Tell us where you're joining us from and what kind of weather report you got for us.
I'm in Clinton, Tennessee, and it's pouring down rain where I'm at.
You want to go outside and give us a view of what it looks like outside? Dan Andrews had 6,800s overnight as of 8 a.m. 3 inches fallen in Dandridge, thanks to American Gal, 69. Significant ponding flooding Kingston Pike between Cedar Bluff and Level Road. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that, buddy. And big rumblings of thunder also showing up in Hardin Valley. All right, anybody else wants to join? I've put that link into the chat. You can click on the link like Ethan did. I know Mark was trying to get in as well. So, Mark, you're more than welcome to ring back in if you want to give us a weather report. I threw it into the chat. What's that, sir?
You still there?
I'm still here.
How you turn this thing around?
You can't once you start it there, Ethan. You have to just keep it going. So just turn the camera around. We'll be able to watch it. Yeah. That's not much of a view, but I appreciate the report here, Ethan. So thanks for tuning in here today, and thanks for the report. I really appreciate it, buddy. Hopefully you have a good day. All right, we're going to move on. All right, there we go. All right, so there we go. Anybody else wants to ring in, they can. Heaviest rain now moving its way into the national park, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Townsend, and everything will be improving from here on out. Let's see if we have any other photos to share with you through the app itself. All right, we do. David Weaver sent this, sent by a friend in West Knoxville, Farragut, Foxton area. Strong wind last night, knocked over a tree in a beautiful backyard with a swimming pool. There's that. That's upside down. There's that. Let's see what other kind of flooding pictures do we have. That's about it right now. Again, Rocky Top has gotten hit hard, so parts of Anderson County has really gotten hit hard, and continuing to see some steadier, lighter rain. That's over there near the Rocky Top area. So that's the kind of flooding that we will have seen around town. Actually, we got to go back to live. I guess you weren't seeing that. Sorry about that. Let's go back to live. There you go. There you go. So that is a picture from Rocky Top and the incredible rain that's been ongoing there. We'll take it back outside, a live view from Gatlinburg. This is from the Anakista camera. This is just one of many of the 18 cameras that I have that have been posting around town to give you the best views you possibly can. Jacksboro is flooded around Cove Lake. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Oh, hey, friend. How are you? Oh, you're so welcome. When the weather matters, you got to take, you got to let people know about it. Flash flood warning continues for Fentress and Pickett County for another hour and 19 minutes. Remember, don't forget to scan that QR code right there at the bottom right-hand side of your screen. I'll leave that up there for a second. If you want to take a screen grab of that, scan that QR code on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. You can download the app itself and stay up to date. Let's see if Joe Mead wants to join us, the director for the EMA. I'm going to message him real quick and see if he wants to join us and give us a weather update for what's going on in Anderson County. All right, let's show you another couple of cameras. We'll just show you all the cameras here around town. Maybe not. There they are. All right. So here's let's see. Well, let's take you to. Here's KMNV, Monroe County Airport. You can see the heavy rain on the far left-hand side of the screen. That's looking more towards Sevier County and Townsend. Flash flood warning for Dandridge until 2:30 per Morristown Weather Service. We do have a flash flood warning for Jefferson County. That does run until 2:30 today. So the heaviest rain is now moving its way into the peaks of the Smokies, going over into North Carolina, where the Weather Service is now issuing special weather statements over into North Carolina that run until noon, 12, and 1 o'clock here today. So the severe weather is now toned down, or the potential anyways, for some damaging wind gusts is toned down for severe in Blount County. But the flooding and flash flooding will continue with the light to moderate rain showers that are continuing back off to our west and northwest. But this will be a process throughout the day today, and eventually this will slowly wind down and conditions will continue to improve. It's just now noon, almost noon anyways, to 11:57 here on Sunday. Sure hope you have a great Sunday. I don't know what you have planned here today, but hopefully you have a chance to enjoy your Sunday, whatever that may be. Maybe you're going to be cooking in the kitchen today. Now you can get off to the grocery store now that the heaviest rain has moved its way on out. Let's see if we got some more flooding going on in Jefferson County. So stand by for that. We got more pictures coming in. So this is a picture from Jefferson County. So we've got some flooding that's been happening there. Flooding west of State Road anyways 92 on Piedmont. Do not travel. Roads have become hazardous and running water due to runoff in areas of flooding. 4 occupants of this home were evacuated due to rising water. So again, that's the kind of thing that we're seeing in other parts of our counties. This one's coming in from Jefferson County. So appreciate those reports there for sure. So maybe we'll be able to get the EMA director to join us here. Joe, if you happen to be watching, he's going to be busy, of course, because he's doing his job. But flash flood warnings continue again. We'll kind of recap everything here for a second, but the heaviest rain has moved its way on out. Now it's just going to be steady, lighter rain, so we'll let you go for the day today. But the West Prong Little Pigeon River is about 3 feet right now. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. I left a pic in the comments. It wouldn't let me in the live chat. Yeah, for some reason in the live chat, it won't let you share photos. But Jennifer, that's where you just upload them to the app itself. How are you? Jennifer, why don't you want to join me on the broadcast here? I threw that link right there. So if you want to grab that link, throw it in your URL, you can join me from the northern part of East Tennessee. And you're very welcome. Will this rain hang around tonight? No, the rain's going to slowly come to an end throughout the day today. So we will start to see improving weather conditions from here on out. And here's another one coming in from Scott County, Oneida. The The water is getting a little bit higher. So this is from a Witcher Weather Watcher. Thanks, Beth. This is from Beth Cooper in Scott County in Oneida. And so you can see how the water levels are getting just a little bit higher. But the good news is the heaviest rain has slowly come to an end, or the heaviest rain is winding down anyways, but still light to moderate rainfall. So just kind of insult to injury as this all begins to wind down for the day today. Some of the Witcher Weather Watchers talking about how 2019 was like the last big flood we had. Remember that? I remember that one for sure. We had images like this back in 2019. Or images like this. And I remember when that happened. Nobody wants to deal with flooding or flash flooding, that's for sure. But unfortunately, that's what we're having to contend with here today. All right, so let's go ahead and recap, then I'll send you about, and you can go about your day. I'll go about my day as well. We kind of wind things down. But just know that flooding and flash flooding continues. Before we go any further, I'll show you a live view in downtown Gatlinburg here. This is also another East Tennessee weather camera. And let's see if I can get that up for you, though. So nasty conditions going on in Gatlinburg right now. Nobody wants to be outside walking around Gatlinburg, but some folks are. Let's see if we can get a little bit. There we go. Some folks are braving it, but it is socked in, overcast, foggy, gray, nasty. All right, so let's go ahead and recap here, and then we'll let you go about your day. So we do have flash flood warnings. We'll start you from the top and come down towards the mountains. So we'll start you up in Fentress County. We do have a flash flood warning until 1:15 for Fentress County. We have a flash flood warning for Scott County until 2 o'clock. Campbell County also has a flash flood warning until 2 o'clock. Then we come down into Union County. Union County, Anderson, Knox, Granger, Jefferson, and Sevier County also have a flash flood warning in effect until 2 o'clock. It's currently 12 o'clock. And then we have flood advisories. So aerial flood advisory until 2 o'clock for places like Morgan County and southern Scott County, for Roane County, as well as parts of Anderson, Knox, and Loudoun County. This flood advisory continues to extend all the way down into parts of Blount County, where in the areas that we don't have the flash flood warning, but we still have that flash flood warning in Sevier County and also Cott County. That runs until 2:30 today, as well as Jefferson County. So Scott County, Jefferson, Knox, all in a flash flood warning. When you look at the rainfall rates, the heaviest rain is starting to move its way on out, but even some of these lighter showers, inch and a half per hour. So some of these are still some good solid downpours that could be adding up to insult to injury, really, if you will. When you look at the rainfall over the last 24 hours, again, you can get a really good idea on why we have flash flood warnings that are ongoing, because some of these areas have picked up well over 7 to 8 inches of rainfall. And this is storm total, by the way. Down in the parts of Sevier County and Blount County, upwards of 3 to 4, 5, 6 inches of rainfall there. Maryville, about 2.5 inches. Oak Ridge, about 3.8 inches. In and around downtown Knoxville and Halls, anywhere from about 3 to 4 plus inches of rainfall, causing flooding conditions. Over into Claiborne County near Tazewell, about 4.5 inches of rainfall or so. Morristown, about 4.5. Greenville, about 3.5 inches. Let's see, we'll go Kingsport about 3.5, Johnson City about 3.5 or so as well. Of course, I'm just kind of pixel core in some areas. Sunbright picking up about 6.5 inches of rain. Kingston 1, and I guess we'll go Fentress County about 3.5. Well, at least in Jamestown anyways, but parts of Fentress County, over 5 inches of rain has fallen. So we still have a special weather statement now for the Smoky Mountains of East Tennessee, but that's in the highest peaks of the Smokies. Joe says, a friend of mine's rain gauge showed 3.5 inches of rain in Campbell County out on the valley. What about Sevier County? Sevier County is going to see improving conditions. Heaviest rain is moving its way now into the mountains of East Tennessee, North Carolina. So we will continue to see improving weather conditions. That's great news to pass along. All right, my friends, I'm going to wrap things up here. We're going to let you go about your day. I sure hope you have a great day today. Okay? Watch out for flooded roadways. We got some power outages here. We've got some downed trees, so we've got some debris hanging out as well. If you don't have to travel, don't travel. But if you got to get out and about, just make sure you slow down on the roadways, especially if you don't have good tires on your cars. Hydroplaning is going to be an issue here on a day like today with a lot of ponding and standing water. So do travel safely. I thank you so much for tuning in for a weather update here on this Sunday, now Sunday afternoon. Maybe you're going to go make it a Sunday fun day. Maybe you're going to go enjoy the day and relax and watch some movies or maybe some World Cup soccer. That's what I'd like to do. For your witches, we're going to try to be adventurous and get to Gatlinburg and go check out Anakeesa so we can show my brother and his family and the cousins. But unfortunately, it does not seem like that's probably going to be in our cards today. Maybe it's just a soccer lazy kind of a day. Anyways. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to download the East Tennessee Weather app. Scan that QR code in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Remember, you don't always have to watch it on the small screen on your cell phone. I'm also available on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, and you can download the East Tennessee Weather on the YouTube app as well, so you can tune in on the big screen. And if you're a business or restaurant or a waiting room, or if you have an office somewhere and you put East Tennessee Weather up on the big screen there for all of your patrons to see, let me know. Hit me up. Mike at easttnweather.com. We'll come out and highlight your business because it takes one small business to help another small business to make a big impact in our community. That's what I'm all about. Community, all weather, all the time. We're in this together, right? We're in this world together. All right, my friends, have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. We will not see you back here later on today, but I do have weather updates later on tonight. That drop between about 5 and 6 o'clock on the app and on YouTube as well and all East Tennessee weather platforms. Just know that the heat is going to build. Excessive heat watch back in the middle and west Tennessee, but we're talking heat index values pushing heat advisory criteria, and that begins tomorrow. We're talking 105 degrees is what it's going to feel like all week long with minimal chances for rain, and it's going to be that dangerous heat for sure. All right, y'all, have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for a live weather update called Wake Up with Witcher, Monday through Friday at 7:30 in the morning. And if you're around town, big shout out to all the advertisers and sponsorships that keep East Tennessee Weather free for you. So you can always see them on the platforms. Give them a big shout out. Go use these local businesses here in our own backyard. All right, have a great day.